My name is Ruth. This is A Whole New World, a documentary on deaf culture. Today I'm going to teach you the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like this, H, I, J, K, with your thumb in between your two fingers, L, M, you can do it this way or put your fingers down. Same goes for N, this or this, O, P, difficult, it's like a K but upside down, like this. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, just bend your index finger, Y, and Z. And now you know your ABCs and sign.
As the Executive Director for the American School for the Deaf, my job is to oversee all programs happening on campus, from the school to the business component, human resources, and finances, to make sure that the school continues to grow and remain viable and also change. We're now working on a new strategic plan for the school. It's a very exciting time. We're trying to figure out what we want to be doing in the next 3 years, because in 2 years we'll be celebrating our 200th anniversary. So it's a very exciting time for the school. I used to work in New York at the Lexington School for the Deaf. That's where I started my career as a teacher. Then I moved up to Director of Development. Then the former executive director of the American School for the Deaf, Harvey Corson, met me at a conference at the National Association of the Deaf. And he said, I heard that you were doing well in development, and asked if I would move to Connecticut to work here. There was an open position. So I came, I interviewed for the assistant director of development, got the job, and I moved here 14 years ago. And from there, I've just moved into different positions till finally the executive director. The reason I came here is because, of course, this is the first school for the deaf in America. It has very rich history, and it's the mother of deaf education and American Sign Language. So a lot of that was instilled in me as I was growing up. So to be able to be here and to lead the institution is a real honor. The favorite part of the job is seeing our students grow, seeing our students make progress on a daily basis, see them achieve and become productive citizens where they can give back to society, working with parents and families as well, and see students transform over the years. It's an inspiration every day to get up every morning to come here and see what's new with the students. That's really my favorite part of my job. I may be rare compared to many deaf people, but I was born into a deaf family. My parents are deaf. My brother and sister are also deaf. Also deaf grandparents, great-grandparents, so there's 4 generations of deaf people in my family. So obviously my first language is American Sign Language, and I've always had access to that. Deaf awareness is to spread awareness to all people regarding the language of deaf people, the culture of deaf people, the norms, behaviors, and make sure people understand what it means to be a deaf individual. People range from having a mild hearing loss to profound hearing loss, but many times when you talk about deafness in the field of education, you often see people saying, you have to teach my child to sign, or you must teach my child to speak and hear. And it's always been a dilemma to the deaf community and the hearing community as well. So what we believe in is providing the very best language access to all children, because language acquisition happens from birth to age 7. That's the most critical period for language acquisition. We want to make sure that people are aware of this and the importance of educating and communicating with the child to make sure that they have language in those first critical 7 years, because that will also carry them long term. Often people don't sign or don't speak, and the child really acquires no language. Then later in their life, it's much more difficult to acquire language. So we believe in exposing children to both appropriate visual and auditory access to communication, and so that they will become lifelong learners and contributing members of society. ASD is special. We have the very best students here. We have the very best staff. We have a beautiful campus. We have a very, very rich history. And we've made an impact not only locally, but globally. We started as the first school for the deaf in America. Our founders started 17 other schools around America, and that's how deaf education is spread around the world. It's always been viewed as the mother school, and I want to make sure that our impact continues for many more years to come.
Hi guys, you guessed it. We're gonna discuss food today. So here on this table, I have lots of different kinds of food. Let's see, first we'll start with pizza. Just draw 2 Z's in the air. Pizza. On my pizza, I have cheese. That's how you do cheese. You put your palms together and just rub them back and forth. Cheese. Also, I have pepperoni. All you're doing is making a circle like this and placing it. That's your pizza. Let's see, I also have popcorn. My favorite popcorn. So all you're doing is flicking your pointer fingers up in the air, one at a time. Popcorn. Well, now I'm thirsty. So I think I'm gonna have milk. And this is how you do milk. You just squeeze your hands like this. And if it helps, you can pretend you're milking a cow. That's how the sign came to be. So just milk like this. I think I'm gonna have some fruit next. I have an apple right here. Basically, you just take, remember your ABCs? Here's an X like this. You're just gonna turn it on the side of your cheek like this. Apple. Apple. Okay. Let's see what's next. I have a potato too. I'm not gonna eat this right now, but I have a potato. And here, you just do this. You make, remember a pizza? 2 X's, and you tap them on your back of your hand twice. Potato. Let's see, I also have some crackers as well. They're peanut butter. This is how you do peanut butter. You take your thumb, knock it against your front teeth like this, and then the sign for butter. Take your hand out, palm up, your right hand or your dominant hand is gonna have the U shape. You're just gonna brush the palm of your hand like this. Peanut butter, that's the sign. Cracker, it's like this, you're just knocking your elbow. Cracker. Really good. Okay. Next I have some water right here. So you just take your W, tap it against your chin like this. Water. Water. Let's see. I don't think we'll start with dessert yet. Later, soon, promise. I also have orange juice. Now the sign for orange, remember your O. Your ABCs come in handy. Your O like this, and your chin, that's the sign for orange. Then you add it with the sign for juice, with a J on the tip of your mouth, like this. Now if it's another kind of juice, like apple juice, there's grape juice, like whatever fruit it is, this is the basic sign for juice. And then just add whatever fruit it is. So here's the orange juice. In this mug, you could have coffee, tea, hot chocolate, and I'll show you the signs for each of those. Okay, first we have coffee, like this. Basically, you have your left hand and your non-dominant hand standing still. Your dominant hand is going around in a circle above it. That's coffee. Tea, your hand's gonna be in an O shape like this. And then your other hand's gonna have the F hand shape. Remember the letter F? You're gonna dunk it like you're dunking a tea bag. That's the sign for tea. The other thing was a hot chocolate. I usually drink that in the winter, but I don't really like drinking that in the summer. But some people do. So we have hot like this, hot, hot. Then chocolate, you just circle your C on your wrist like this. That's hot chocolate. Okay, now we're gonna do dessert. I have cookies right here. So basically all you're doing is taking your hand like this and making shapes on the palm of your hand, and circular shapes. That's cookie. All right? I also have candy right here. I am a huge lover of candy. These are the chewy kind. So candy, you take your pointer finger, put it where your dimple is, or if you would have one, that's where it would be, and you twist it. That's candy. So now, you can use sign at the dinner table.
What is your name? My name is Sandy Kansinga. And you work for the Connecticut Association for the Deaf, correct? Yes, I am the current president of the Connecticut Association for the Deaf. This is a volunteer position. It's not a paid position. Connecticut Association for the Deaf, CAD. What is your goal? Oh, okay, I have my goal. We are a state organization, and our goal is to promote, protect, and preserve the rights and quality of life for deaf and hard-of-hearing citizens here in Connecticut. CAD is a civil rights nonprofit organization for deaf and hard-of-hearing people, and we focus on different areas like advocacy, access, education, and technology, and employment, and civil rights, and communication empowerment. We also promote awareness and equality in interactions with different activities that we host. Talk about the work that we do, please. Well, we believe that our work can make a difference for deaf and hard of hearing people and make Connecticut a great place to live for the deaf and hard of hearing people. We provide interpreters access, caption TV, caption movies. We advocate for different things. And we passed the Deaf Child Bill of Rights in 2012, and many, many different things that impact the lives of the deaf and hard of hearing people. Okay. And did you grow up learning American Sign Language? No, really. Personally, I was born as a hearing person, and I became deaf when I was 7 years old. And I started learning American Sign Language when I was about 16. So I wanted to be involved in the deaf community. Your family learned ASL as well? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Just me, I'm the only one. So talk about yourself. Well, this means that we need to make the world aware that there are deaf people that interact with hearing people. There are many deaf people, many hearing people in the world. And sometimes the hearing world forgets about the deaf people. There are many things that are happening based on sounds or announcements, and the deaf need things that are visual to become aware. Visual instead of sound. People that are deaf are aware that things are happening just because they can see them, and they need to have the information made accessible to them. Supposing there's over here something about the deaf world. What would you like to hear in the world to know about the deaf world? There are so many things. There's a long list of things I would like people to know. But really, I think be patient. Be understanding of them. Maintain eye contact with them. Focus on communication with them. Communication is a two-way street. I'm going to try to understand what you're saying. Please try to understand what we say too. It's a two-way street. Thank you so much for your time. It's always been my pleasure to be here.